But we're going to go ahead and get started. If you want to mute yourself, you're good. All right. So welcome to the call, and I'm sure there will be people listening to the recording. I wanted to first say I apologize if you guys hear my son screaming his face off in the background, because he is not going to bed the way I want him to. But life as a mom, it happens. But tonight I wanted to talk about one of my favorite things, which is rocking your challenge groups to find your lifers. I absolutely love my challenge groups. Hi, Stacy. I love my challenge groups. This is like how I started, was being in a challenge group myself and working on my own fitness journey. And I loved how the challenge groups made me feel. I felt like I had support when I didn't have it at home. I felt like I had a community of people who had similar goals that I had, and I wasn't crazy for wanting to reach these goals and just wanting to be healthy. And it just made me feel good. It felt like I belonged somewhere. And I decided to start coaching because I wanted to help other people feel like they belong. I wanted other people to have that same support system and foundation to help them with a healthy lifestyle. So I love the challenge groups, and I wanted to make people feel the way I felt in that challenge group that I first started 7.5 years ago. So when I built my business, like I said, I didn't start out, with a coaching opportunity. Of course, my son's calling me. I didn't start out with the coaching opportunity. I started out with a challenge group and just getting results, and doing that, I knew how to run a challenge group because I started in one. He's calling me again, guys. I'm going to mute this real quick. Hold on. Okay, sorry guys. I hate to be so quick about that. But so being in the challenge group, knowing how to run the groups, and starting off my business, just wanting to find those clients who wanted to be a part of that same community. I wanted to really dig deep into that. And I feel like that is how I have grown my business to where I have today. With even the first year of my business, growing it to a 6-figure income, I felt like it was because I rocked my challenge groups, and they were my priority. My priority wasn't, I'm going to talk about coaching every single day, although some people do build their business in that way and it works wonderful for them. For me, it was, I'm going to talk about my challenge group because that's where my heart belongs. So with that said, I focused on talking about my challenge groups on social media. That's how I found my clients. And I gave them what I promised them. So you know how when you do a post on social media and you talk about your challenge groups and you talk about, you're going to get tips and recipes and accountability and support and help with meal planning and all that stuff. When I say that I'm going to do that, that's what I deliver. And I think that is huge, because a lot of coaches, they say they're going to do something and they don't deliver. There are so many customers that I have talked to that have switched over to me that said, the coach that I signed up with said they were going to give me this and this and this, but I got in the challenge group and it's everyone else talking, and my coach isn't really as active as she acted like she was. Or there was no recipes, or there was no extra accountability in there, or you wouldn't see people post for days and days and days. And that, hearing people say that and coming over to me was like, I do not ever want to be false about what I'm promoting on my social media. I want to deliver that and more. Now, granted, I'm not perfect. There are days that I don't post as much. But for the most part, I think I'm in there pretty often. So it starts by leading by example. And guys, I need you to understand that when you are the coach, no matter how many coaches are in that group, this is what I have done from day one. that I see so many coaches slack on. And I'm just going to be honest, because we have a lot of coaches I have seen over the past 7.5 years in my groups. One thing that I do is I comment on every single person's post, no matter if they're my client or someone else's. For me, I'm obligated to post on everyone's post because I'm helping run that challenge group. So for anyone who has a group going, for anyone who has a client in there, you should always be posting on everyone's, because here's the thing. If someone sees that you're a coach and you're only posting on 2 people's posts, but yet they're in there needing the support and accountability, how do you think they would feel? Do you think they might think, well, maybe I'm not good enough to get her feedback, or maybe she doesn't like me, or maybe I'm not doing good enough? And I feel like when we are the coach, posting and commenting on everyone's stuff is going to give them what they came for. And that's extra support, extra accountability, extra motivation, extra tips, extra recipes. Okay. We are here as a team to help everyone. And I know there are coaches here on different teams, and this is something that you should definitely start doing if you haven't already, and encourage your teammates to do the same. Okay. Even my customers, I encourage my customers, if they're not even a coach, that's okay. I tell them when they sign up with me, I'm going to encourage you to at least comment or post on at least for a customer, at least on one other person's post, because they may need that extra support and accountability. And I know that it made me feel good when I had that extra support and accountability as a customer. It made me feel really good when someone else was paying attention to me. So when you have all of these coaches that come together to give them support and extra feedback, it's going to motivate them more to get results, right? It's going to motivate them and say, I want to go back in and check in because I know that someone's going to, tell me good job and congratulations for this success that you're sharing. And just encourage them to keep going. Like, it doesn't have to be a long paragraph to every single person's post. It could be a simple, great job. It could be a simple, you sound like you had a great day. It could be a simple, I love the food choices that you made today, or way to go, keep up the great work. It could be something like that, but that every single time they hear it is going to be a motivation to keep them going, rather than them only seeing 100 people in a group or even 50 people in a group, and then only one person's commenting on their stuff. I would look at that and I would be like, there's so many people in here. Why is only one person commenting on my stuff? So I think that is key. That is like one of the biggest things that I can preach over and over and over that I've done from day one is, who cares? Not who cares, but like, who cares if it's your client or not? You support everybody in there. Even if it's a fellow coach, support each other. You're here for each other. Okay. So that is the one thing, is make sure that you are leading by example and commenting on other people's stuff. The other thing is sharing your own workouts and follow a program from start to finish. It is so easy, yet so hard at the same time to do a program from day one to the end. I have struggled. I'm not going to lie. I just did the 6 weeks, the work, and I think I finished at 5, and I think I had like 3 days left or 4 days left or something. I didn't freaking finish it. But granted, I have done almost every other program from start to finish, but I get that it's hard. But we need to be leading by example and doing a program so we can show our customers what it's like to do a program and how good it feels from start to finish. Amanda, how many have you done?
I don't know. I've done a lot of programs, but literally this morning, like on our Zoom call, I was like, guys, I can't finish bar. I'm a week in and I hate this program and I don't want to hate it. And so I listened. Sorry, I have no clue what that was. And I listened to something today, some training, and it's like, just keep going, just keep doing it. Like, do the workouts you don't like. You're going to end up, and now you say it. I'm like, this is a freaking sign. Well, and then like my card today was be resilient. I'm like, God, like this is a sign I'm not supposed to quit this program. And now you're freaking talking about pushing through. And I'm like,
Third time's a charm.
okay, world, like, I get it, God. I'm finishing this program. Okay? Only a week and a half in, and I have 6.5 left, but I'm going to finish it.
You can do it. And honestly, like, to one extent, I want to say if you hate it that bad, don't do it. There are plenty of programs out there. But I also say you should try to do them as much as you can, because for someone else who wants to do it, you're going to be able to help them and guide them. And you're still going to get great results.
I've only quit one program, and then I went back and redid it because it ate at me for so long.
Oh, well, there's your other sign is do it because it'll eat at you.
Well, Deidre, you are speaking to me tonight.
I'm so glad to hear that. But no, it is true. Like doing the programs from start to finish, I feel like for me personally is kind of like how Amanda felt. When I didn't do one from start to finish, I felt like a fraud. I was like, wait a minute, I was sharing my journey. I was talking about it. And I have nothing to show. Like I have nothing to show for because I can't do it myself. Yet I want and expect my clients to come in and do the program from start to finish because that's what they committed to. So we need to, again, practice what we preach, and we need to be doing the program from start to finish because, again, it's also going to help us to be able to have the knowledge behind what that program is and to share it with the people who do want to do it and are passionate about that particular, type of exercise. So doing it from start to finish, and along the way, share your progress. I actually wanted to share my progress yesterday or today about, I'm in the week 3 now of bar. And let's just say nutrition hasn't been on track. So I have nothing to show. And it's like, dude, I need to pick it up because I lost 2 pounds. And I mean, it didn't do much for me because I think I gained it back. So, but I know I'll lose it again. But that, thinking about this team call and thinking about practicing what I preach and how I wanted to do a progress picture because I encourage my team to do it. I'm like, I'm asking my own clients, hey, all right, so let's share progress. How have we done so far? What'd you accomplish this week? And I'm thinking about it and I'm like, okay, there are some wins, but at the same time, I can't even show my pictures and measurements because really nothing has changed. And I know that there's potential for a lot more change than what I'm giving it. So it just gave me a kick in the butt, as I'm preparing for this call too. And I realized like, okay, it is hard to stay on track with your nutrition, and nutrition does make it or break it. It will make a huge difference. You cannot work out a bad freaking diet. Unfortunately, I wish you can eat pizza and wings and cheeseburgers and still get great results. But unfortunately, that's not how life goes. So it just made me realize like, Deidre, you can do this. You are totally capable. And once you eat the healthy foods and fuel your body the right way, your taste buds are going to change according to what you eat, just like we teach people. So it just made me realize like, okay, let's pick it up and really lead by example and just keep going with this program, because even though it's so easy to not do, it's also just as easy to do. We just have to have that right mindset. And just sometimes it's going to take, we don't always have that self-motivation for our own fitness journey, but we do have to find it. And guess where we find it? We find it in our challenge groups. Okay. The other thing that really helps me with leading by example is sharing my meals. So I don't know how everyone does their check-ins with their challenge groups. For me, I used to do rate yourself on a scale 1 to 5, 5 being the best, 1 being the worst. And I did that for years and it worked. It worked for a while. But then I realized that there were clients who would just share like a 3 or a 4. And they were like, but I ate this, this, and this. And I'm like, that's not a 4. You ate like crap. That's like a 1. So I felt like people weren't being honest. And I felt like people were just making up a number because there was really nothing to share. So I had changed it. And over the past a year and a half maybe, I have been requiring people to share their meals, to share their actual meals. And I do encourage them to post pictures of their food because that is where the account is volume up. Do I need to turn it up? Am I good? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Um, but I felt like when I post my meals, it's really, really good accountability because it's like you can't lie about what you're eating if you're actually sharing your pictures. And I feel like when you don't post your pictures, it's really easy to lie. It's easy to lie to yourself and it's easy to lie to the group. Guilty. Like, hey, I know I'm not the only one. Okay. But we wonder why we're not getting the results ourselves. And it's because we're lying. We are not sharing everything. And being able to share our pictures of our meals has really helped me. And it's so obvious when I fall off track because I don't share my pictures of my meals. It's so obvious. Like I'm just here to say, Stacy's in my group. It's so freaking obvious. You'll know when I'm on track. But it really forces me to be on track. It forces me to do it. Just wait, Stacey. I had a freaking rock star day today, and I can't wait to share my pictures. I did really, really good, and it feels good. But when we share our meals, it's also encouraging our challengers to share their meals, and it's giving them ideas because they come in here looking for ways to eat healthy. They're looking for encouragement with their food because the nutrition is like the hardest thing to do. So when they see you posting like, oh, this fruit and yogurt parfait actually looks really good, or the way you made that Shakeology, it looks amazing. I didn't know you could make it with yogurt, with Greek yogurt, and put some peanut butter in it and have it for dessert. Like, you showing your pictures is going to be like helping someone else cook a new meal. And it could be for their family. And then it's helping their whole family. So I'm not looking at it as it's only accountability. It's also to help my clients and help their families in so many ways. So sharing pictures of your workout, sharing pictures of your workout too. I didn't say that. I just said do your workout. Share pictures of your workout, whether it's a post-workout selfie, whether it's a couple videos of you working out, because hopefully we're posting them on our IG stories as well. But putting a picture and videos is also going to encourage them to say, hey, go work out, like get it done. And it makes you feel good because you are on your own journey as well, right? And then last but not least, this kind of goes with sharing your food and sharing the pictures, is doing your daily check-ins as well. So usually I do it all at once when I do it. I do like, I'll post my workout picture and then I post my meals and then I'll say how my day went. The last couple of days, I've actually been sharing my workout picture separate because I feel like I forget to do my check-in a lot. But I know when I do it, it really helps me. So guys, as I'm like sharing this with you guys and teaching this to you guys, please know that I'm not perfect with these check-ins. I have moments where I do really well and I have moments where I fall off with the posting, but we're human. I think the most important thing is that we're doing it. But when I do my check-ins, I'll do the workout, I'll do the food, pictures of the food because it really helps. And then I'll say like how much water I had. I'll share what I had with my shake, what kind of shake I had. And it's accountability, but it's showing your challengers how to check in. Because if you aren't doing it, they're going to be like, well, I don't have to do it either, right? So I have found that very, very helpful. Sorry. One thing that I have found when I'm being a challenger myself is that's when my clients become interested in the coaching opportunity. Like I said at the beginning, I don't have a whole lot of people that have never been in a challenge group that say, I want to coach. It's usually the people that are in my challenge group that are having success because they know how to check in and they know how to use the challenge groups, that they fall in love with the workouts. They fall in love with the nutrition piece. They fall in love with the community and they're like, I want to do this because I know how to run a challenge group. I want to be a part of this too. So one thing that is very helpful is your clients every once in a while, especially the people who are checking in often, check in with them separately and invite them to the coaching opportunity. Let them know that they're doing a great job with the check-ins. Let them know that they're capable of doing this too as a coach. Because anyone who is in your challenge group that is checking in knows how to be a coach, because that's basically what we do, other than inviting people to do the same thing with us. Okay. Another thing that we can do to really help our challenge groups is to get creative. Some of the things that I've done in the past, which I haven't done lately, but I actually was thinking about doing it again because I went to Target and bought some new gifts. And they also, I go to TJ Maxx or Marshalls and get cute little like schedule calendar, stuff like that. I love that kind of stuff. Journals, is doing a challenge and rewarding people with prizes. Like I said, I haven't done it in a little while, but I love doing it and it really gets the group going. Have you guys done challenges before and people start to post and they're coming out of the woodwork and they're like, yeah, I'm going to do this playing challenge? Or another challenge that I do that I love to do every so often is I challenge people to post their progress pictures on their social media. And it's like a really scary thing to do, but it usually motivates them even more because of the feedback that they get from posting about what they're doing, because most people are afraid to share what they're doing. They don't want the public to know, but making it a challenge, people love a challenge. So when you make it a challenge and you put a gift at the end of it or a prize, it's more likely to be done. So I've done like push-up challenges, plank challenges, water challenges are really fun. Just seeing like, here's what I've done. Everyone chug your water, like do a 20 or 25 ounces, whatever your Shakeology cup is. And whoever shows them chugging their bottle of water will be put into a raffle to win a prize. And it has to be done by a certain time. Just another easy way to do it, but it's encouraging them to be more active in the group, and it's keeping them on track and motivating them on their own fitness journey. The other thing is, so we do something, and actually two of our coaches are in the group. So we started something called Dawn Patrol. I don't even know, was it Lauren that created it? Was it Lauren? Okay. I think it was. But so we have something called the Dawn Patrol. And it's a group of ladies who said they want a wake up call in the morning at 5 and they want to do a group workout together. And we just go, we have a Zoom link and we just go on and we work out together. Most of the time, I haven't been on it in a few weeks. I've been really struggling. So I love it so much because the girls, the ladies that are on it are becoming they're friends. Like we have gotten to know each other so much, and it's just really motivating for each other. Seeing each other work out rather than doing it by yourself is a big difference. And this is the first time I think I did it like once before in the past 7.5 years of my coaching business. And I wasn't even going to do it, but I decided there's like 2 people that wanted to start it. And I'm like, why not? So we just kept posting about it. And a couple more people came and a couple more people came. We have 13 people in the group, I think, in the group chat. And not everyone gets on every single day, but it's a way for people to have motivation to work out. It's a way to have that support from somebody else to work out. So if you guys have a group and you haven't done that yet, pick a time that works for you and say, hey, whoever wants to join me, get on. And what I love about the group so much is you don't have to be on every single day to do it. This is not you have to run it and you have to be on every single time. This is you're getting people together who can encourage each other. Okay, this is not like a one-person leadership role here. This is if you can't make it, there's this person, this person, this person, this person that's still going to be on, that's going to help each other. And if no one shows up to work out, okay, that's okay. But I encourage whoever wants to make this group and, you know, do a little morning workout or evening workout or afternoon workout, whatever time works best for you. Just keep offering it to people and encourage your other teammates to say, hey, do you want to do this with me? Because there may be a time where I can't get on, or a challenger who is committed to their workouts and they get on at a specific time every day. I encourage you guys to start doing that because it has been a lot of fun. Like I said, I haven't been on in a little while. I've been slacking. I haven't been doing my workouts until late morning or late in the evening, and it has been hard, but there's still people that work out in the morning. And like I said, it's just been really fun and successful. So that's just another way to keep getting creative with your groups and stay motivated and keep your clients motivated, because I feel like everyone goes through this at one time or another. When we run a challenge group, there are groups that feel completely dead and people just aren't checking in, right? Have you guys ever witnessed that? There's like 50 people in the group and like 3 or 4 people are posting. I know I've gone through a lot of challenge groups in my past, and I've had a lot of dead groups. And I know it's because it became the same thing over and over and over. So like doing these different things can really help just get exciting again and bring the joy back into it. Hold on, I need a drink. Okay, sorry. Need to take a little drink. The other thing that we can do with getting creative is asking questions and getting feedback, like engaging with your groups. And it doesn't have to be fitness related. It could be talking about your hobbies. It could be getting, what did we do? Name the 2 truths and 1 lie that we did, which is really fun because you guys, like, we're just getting to know each other. And then we're all commenting on each other's stuff and we're like, okay, which was the lie? And like that post that we did recently, it was really fun. And we had like, would we have like 150 something comments on that? The Elf on the Shelf, that's another one. But it's just fun. Like, it's part of the community and not just always being about fitness. Talking about self-care. What are the things that we like to do for self-care, and giving each other ideas for that. Just different fun things where you're engaging and just asking questions and getting to know each other. People want to talk about themselves. As weird as that sounds, it's the truth, and you probably can admit that to some extent. But we like to talk about ourselves. So when you ask questions of getting to know your clients, they want to talk. They want to share about themselves. So it's fun to get to know them that way. So now the last thing I want to talk about is how, maybe some of you guys are asking, well, how do I even find challengers? Like, how do I find my challengers that want to be my lifers? And it's as easy as just doing a couple things. Number one, sharing your own fitness journey, sharing what you're doing. Guys, if you're not sharing the opportunity, no one's going to know what you're doing. You may think that people are going to be annoyed and bothered by your post, but half of the time people have no idea what they can even do until you share it. So you need to be posting not just once every month, not just once every 2 weeks, but multiple times a week. It may sound annoying, but it's not, because different people see your posts at different times. Not everyone is on Facebook all the time. Not everyone's job is on social media, although there are a lot of people that are on social media a lot, but they don't always see your post. So just because you post on Monday doesn't mean that person saw your post on Sunday or on Friday of that last week. People need to see it. People need to see your posts. They need to see the consistency, because when they see the consistency, they're going to know that you're not going anywhere and that you really are passionate about what you're doing and that you're going to be there for them when they say yes. So sharing your journey on social media, on Instagram stories, Facebook stories, publicly on your regular Facebook wall, on your Instagram, and sharing your journey, sharing a post-workout selfie, sharing that you're working out with your kids, sharing that you're eating healthy and that you're inviting people to join you, because this could be for them too. Sharing your progress, like I was talking about earlier, sharing your progress with your journey so far. If you guys are staying on track and committed, you should be making progress. with your journey, and it should be something that you can share. Okay.
Can I ask something?
Yes, you can.
All right. So I have a lot of people that are commenting and asking me about things. And me, I'm just really not comfortable because I don't know the business and I don't know everything. And, me with my situation, like I probably don't have the funds or whatever else with everything. But I have a lot of people, like one of the girls, she's ready to join. She's ready to do the Shakeology. Like I have people that want to, but I just feel like I don't know enough as far as on my side of it to really push them to do that.
Yeah.
So,
Go ahead.
like, I feel vulnerable,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes any sense.
Absolutely. And I feel like everyone feels like that when they're first starting their business. It's so completely normal to feel that way. But what I will say is you're going to get more confident as you continue doing it. Like you just have to take that step into doing it. And then you're going to be like, okay, once you have a conversation with someone and you do it once, you're going to know how to do it again. That confidence is going to come with experience. So number one, what you can do, we have the new coach training that you are a part of, and we have the unit section with scripts to help you through conversations. Number two, you can always post your conversation in our new coach training or Forever Fit and say, I don't know what to say next. And people will totally give you like what they would say next to the person, or send me the message and say, what do I say next? And I'll tell you what to say. And as you do it, as we keep going through conversations, it'll get easier. It's a lot of the same conversation and repetitive routine with a lot of people because, you're sharing what Beachbody On Demand is, you're sharing what Shakeology is, you're sharing the price and the breakdown, and you're sharing, you're setting up their share a cart and trying to figure it out. So I know it is scary to talk about it because you don't want to word vomit at the same time. You want to make sure they're getting set up right. So it's just going through those scripts in the new coach training and just asking and saying, hey, I'm in this conversation. Here's what we talked about. What do I do next? And we'll help you through it. Okay.
Can I say something on
Yeah.
to that?
Yep.
I think the biggest thing is just being raw and being yourself. I feel like coming into this, it's so easy to look for a scripted thing to say. And for some people that doesn't work and it chases them away, and they read it and they'll never respond to you again because they've heard 1,000 pitches. They've heard, the do this, do this, do this, do this. And they don't want to. They want to hear it from you. And they want to hear how it's affected you, how it's changed you mentally, physically, emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
They just want your version because they're connected to you for some reason, whether they're a friend or a friend of a friend. So I think just being raw is a really big thing that is easy to overlook, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. And it's so true. There are so many coaches out there that are sending the same invite and the same, here's this link to do this, this, and this. And, it's when I say scripts, when someone says, I want to do this and you need to share information on Beachbody On Demand, there are parts where you send the same, like I have in my notes section, I'm like, okay, they want to know more about Beachbody On Demand. So I'm going to do my script of here's what Beachbody On Demand is. Go ahead and take a look. Let me know what you think. Because it saves time when I'm copying and pasting, because it's the same thing when someone wants that part of the information. But London is so right. Like when you can just be real and upfront about your own fitness journey, Dana, like a lot of your people, they're people you work with, right? Like
Everybody that I have on my social media is people that I know are connected with, like all the way around. So if I don't accept someone, it's just a follower, if that makes sense.
Yep. So here's the thing, you already have a relationship built. So they are coming to you for a reason because they want to know about the journey.
And I'm very raw to everyone. Like I even told them the Shakeology, I'll give you my honest opinion with that.
Right.
Like when I wasn't taking it, I think because I had strep throat through the holidays, and I caught back up. And then after that, I just had a week and a half where I didn't do anything. Skipped the Shakeology. It made a huge difference. Like I saw a huge difference with it.
Yeah.
Like I get it all the way around.
Yeah. So like in the conversation where you said the one lady is about to sign up.
Oh my gosh, like she was looking at me at work today, and I didn't want to say anything to her, but I know she's wanting me to say something. She's ready.
She needs you to help her take the plunge.
I probably should, but
so like, have you talked about everything with her? Like, did you talk to her what the challenge packs are?
no, because I don't see her that often. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, she comments on my posts. I know, like, I even said, like, she wanted,
You've told me about her.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just don't know enough. And I'm,
So I'm once I get off this call, I'm going to message you and I'm going to tell you what I would do. But I wouldn't wait until you see her in person. I would say, okay, I would send her a message and say, I see
the
you're
funny
commenting on my stuff.
I don't have to see her in person. Like,
You what?
I could have pushed things, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have to see her in person. What I'm telling you is when I seen her in person,
Yeah.
like I could tell she's like waiting for me to get her started with it.
Yeah. But that's okay. But like, you don't have to see her in person to sign her up. Like, she's commenting on your stuff.
And I know that.
So
I know that.
we just messaged her.
Seeing her in person, it was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing wrong? Like, I haven't looked into my own research. And
here's what you can do. You can message her and you can say, all right, I know you've been commenting on my stuff and I feel like you wanted me to say something the other day and I haven't. And I'm going to be honest.
It was today. Literally,
so
it was today.
I would say, I'm going to be honest. I'm nervous about helping people sign up because I'm so new at this myself, but I have my coach that's helping me along the way or my team that's helping me.
But I already told her that. I said, I have my coach I'll talk to. I'm not nervous about it at all.
Well,
it's just, I don't think I have enough motivation to push me because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have a full-time job. Like, I do what I do. This is just me trying to make myself better, but I've gotten a good team, a good group, and I think a lot of people see that. A lot of people that I work with see that. They can't understand, like, they're like, maybe your leader was a gift from God, basically, because they're like, we see Dawn Patrol, they're like, wow, you guys are on Zoom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I work with I know a lot of people.
But here's what's awesome.
All the way around.
When you're saying that, you don't, the time commitment and you have a full-time job already and you're busy, you have things going on. That's what's great about our challenge group because we have so many coaches in there. If there's a day where you don't comment on their stuff, you have all of us that is still giving feedback too. This is not up to you to mentor them 100% all by yourself. We're here to help each other.
I've seen that. I figured that out. Believe me, I've paid attention to it.
Yeah. So just know that you're not obligated to do it all by yourself. Like,
I just don't know. I haven't paid enough attention to know how the whole routine works.
What do you mean?
If that's like the whole, even signing people up, just getting them started with everything. I've had people left and right asking me about it that have already known about the company.
Yeah.
And I haven't known about you guys before. I pay no attention to it.
Yeah, but that's where we just help you. And it's one of those things where you have to do it to understand it. And then once you do it, you're going to be like, okay, that wasn't so bad. It's just going to take you doing it and us walking you through it. And then you'll get it. And then you're going to start, people are going to be like, okay, I want to do this. And you're going to be like, okay, it's called ShareCart. It's like the easiest thing in the world to do. It's going to be so easy. And I'll show you. And I actually there's a video on it in the new coach training, and it walks you right through everything. It's so easy. And you're going to be like really happy that you did this. Okay. So we'll talk after, and I'll help you with messaging somebody to get them going, because
Yeah, it's just,
they want help. So
you can probably relate. Me, I have kids.
Yep.
And I've been going to their fathers on the weekend and staying at my mom's during the weekday.
Yeah.
So basically, like, time is the essence, but like, people are reaching out,
and
they've been reaching out, left and right. And me, I'm kind of a perfectionist where I want to know exactly what I'm doing and lead them in the right direction.
Yeah.
So I just haven't jumped on the boat. You know what I'm saying?
My job then to make sure that you're getting all of that information so you can feel comfortable.
But I do have people reaching out and asking.
Good. So
I know for sure there's one, and I felt bad today because I worked with her today. And it was like she wanted to say something, but she didn't. That makes any sense?
Yeah. It's
But
you're gonna
she
talk
sees
to her.
me drinking my Shakeology, and she sees me doing whatever else, and she's been poking.
Yeah.
And it's like, ugh.
We'll get her going, okay? We'll talk after the call. I'll message you, okay? So in addition to sharing your own journey, because when you share it, people are going to ask what you're doing, just like in Dana's situation. She has people asking because she is sharing. She's sharing about all her foods, her gardening, and her herbs that she's growing on her own, and her Shakeology. She's posting about her water with all her stuff in it. She's doing a really good job at that, and that's why people are asking questions. But in addition to that, if you do not have progress, right, some people are just starting out and they're like, okay, well, I don't have anything to show yet. So there is nothing wrong with going in your challenge group, asking if anyone's willing to share their progress. Ask for your team's progress pictures or transformations, and you can share them. Share the clients of the whole challenge group. It doesn't have to be just yours, but just make sure that they're approving that you can share it, and you can. And it's nice whenever people on social media can see it's a real person. When it's like, that stock photo of someone that says Beachbody on it, like it's almost not as relatable because it's not someone that we know. But when it's someone that we know, that we can say, hey, she's in our challenge group, she's rocking it, or she's a friend of my coach, or she's a friend of mine, or she's in my Dawn Patrol, she's in my morning workout group. When you can share it like that, it's going to be more relatable, and people are going to be like, oh, like, people that are actually like having their lives changed from this. It makes a huge difference. Now, with all of these posts that you're doing, it doesn't have to be a call to action every time, but I do feel like having a call to action on a lot of these posts are really necessary, because when you have a call to action, that's, hey, I have so many spots left in my group, or hey, I'm opening a new group, or hey, we're taking on new clients for our group and changing the theme, and it's going to be fun, and I'm inviting you to join me. Message me for details, or comment below if you're interested. That way you can start the conversation and help that person who is wanting. That was the other thing that I wanted to say. Does anyone have any questions? I know I talked for a long time there, but those are some of the ways that we can just have fun with our groups, make them fun, be engaged in them, be active in them, and it will help your challengers get excited about it too. It'll get them excited about the journey. So if you guys don't have any more questions, I'm gonna call it a night, and you guys can call it a night. And I hope that you can take these tips with you and use them, so you can rock your own challenge groups and find your lifers too. So, all right. Thanks for jumping on, guys.